Welcome to Rebels React to Joker, directed by Todd Phillips, the director of comedies like The Hangover, Old School.
Is that what
Due Date?
Okay, I know the name, but I didn't know what he had done.
Also, producer of a movie that I hold very dearly, A Star is Born.
And this was produced by
Bradley
the
Cooper.
director of A Star is Born, Bradley Cooper.
Everything makes sense now.
In what way?
This is one of the best movies I've ever seen.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I was hoping you were going to say that.
Yeah.
I don't use this word very often. That movie was perfect.
It was perfect. It was phenomenal.
Perfect. And all I was thinking
And I
was...
felt that way from the very beginning.
From second one, literally, the title card, I was like, that's the best title card I've ever seen.
Yeah, it everything fit. Everything. I
know this is irrelevant to the movie, but Maya was like, it's okay, because I know if you like it, you'll make sure I see it. I can't wait to see this movie again, which has to be the best praise you could give a movie.
So, I knew that it was being well received. I had also seen...
I knew it was being well received.
Well received.
I didn't know it was being, and I still don't, if it's being well received.
Well, I've also heard some meh things about it,
So
too.
we can throw those out the window.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
I'm happy.
So
I'm happy that I thought it was like 80.
Okay, can I just tell you the
Yes.
last thing I saw? It's one of the top 10 rated IMDb movies of all time.
Yep.
Top 10.
I didn't
You know what else is? The Dark Knight.
So, what I was going to say was the entire Dark Knight trilogy just went out the window for me.
Oh, really?
Not in terms of like... So, I enjoyed those movies, but all I was thinking was now they are going to feel very dated.
I don't know. I honestly don't know. I know this isn't what this is.
This
but
isn't to bash those.
No, but I see this as a prequel to The Dark Knight. And no, I really do. Not that it was, but this leads into The Dark Knight for me perfectly. And I love it for that.
I don't even want to think about the Dark Knight.
Oh, God.
Because
are
I
you
can't
kidding?
wait for what they're going to do next.
I
cannot wait.
I don't know what they're going to do next because they're making a different... Well...
So I asked before this movie.
I know you did.
I hadn't even considered it. I've been so confused and so off put by everything DC. And I'm really hoping, because this movie shows that they figured it out. And I'm hoping, what I had been hearing was they're just doing a one-off for Joker. Nope. If this is the formula for every DC movie moving forward,
Do it.
I'm not gonna lie, I might have enjoyed that more. And I don't even want to say it.
I know, don't. Just insinuate it. You don't have to say it because it's hard to say.
I can't say it yet.
Yeah.
But this is exactly what I wanted as a counterpart.
Because DC to me is darker and
Yes.
dirtier and grungier,
And they don't...
this embodied that perfectly.
They don't have to be compared. But, oh my goodness, start now. From this point...
Yep.
Do your Birds of Prey.
Sure.
Do your Birds of Prey. Wrap that up. I understand what you had
Wonder
to do
Woman
there.
2, though. Scrap it. Or
All
just
of
be a
it.
different something else.
All of it. I don't know how, but this.
Robert Pattinson's Batman better play into this.
So
and I know I said that it's not.
100%.
And I read that it's not. It better. It has to.
Because you heard about how
If you're doing these
this
two
was
separately,
a dream role for him.
for Joaquin,
No, for
Robert
Robert
Pattinson.
Pattinson. And when the rumor came out, he was pissed because of how important this was to him.
he didn't want it to be overshadowed.
No, he didn't. I think because I don't know if he had it confirmed yet or something, but he didn't want.
Oh, the rumor of him being Batman.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
And
yeah.
he was like, "Don't screw this up for me,"
Yeah.
or something along those lines.
Right.
Because, oh my, that was brilliant. And Joaquin Phoenix, I want 8 more Joker movies. Which are Batman movies.
Right.
Which are everything movies.
Right.
and put him
Which
in
are
Arkham
the heart of DC
and
movies.
get him out of Arkham and put him back in Arkham and just keep making these and then introduce other villains and then maybe have one without him. But if whatever they captured,
But he's always an overarching character.
which I didn't realize. So I know Joker.
Right. Oh, I really only know him from The Dark Knight, though. Like, that was my
And
first
the
installment in my brain.
So I knew the character from the original, not original, but the 90s movies.
Right.
But I don't even remember. I believe Jack Nicholson played him, and I don't even remember Jack Nicholson playing him.
Right.
I just know the character. Maybe it was even in the cartoon. And then... So, one thing that was going through my head,
Uh-huh.
no Bloodborne. All I want to do is play Arkham now. That's all I want to do.
Good.
And I'm
you have
so
time.
happy.
You have
I'm
time.
so happy that just launched me into that.
Oh, that's so good.
Because oh my I was so confused the whole time because I thought Venom was the first anti-hero you can root for.
Oh, God.
How was I rooting for him?
I felt so bad for him.
So I had heard that this movie was a big commentary on mental health.
Right.
And wow, they nailed it.
Coming at the right time, too.
100% nailed it.
Yeah.
And what a present thing on current day society too, and how relevant. I'm so happy Joaquin Phoenix didn't retire. I remember when I heard he was going to retire, and it didn't make sense to me. And I was like, this must be like a personal thing. He needs a break. And then I'm pretty sure since then he's made Her.
Yeah.
Which
that was a while ago.
Which all I want to do is watch now.
I loved it.
And it's one of those I've been
so good.
saving.
Yeah.
And now that I mean, Oscar is it.
The movie and him absolutely 100% are up
Is this
for it.
going to be one of the best
go.
Oscars ever?
Yeah.
I'm speechless.
For us, though, like, I don't know what people are thinking about this movie. Like,
Considering
I'm
we're
blown away by
not
it.
diehard DC fans,
Right.
I think people are going to objectively enjoy that movie. There were a couple moments where I was like, don't do that. Don't, no, that seems like a weird cop-out. And then it wasn't.
Right.
And it was so much better what they did.
Yeah. He always threw me off.
Every time.
Always had me on edge.
When
but
you-
I was always like, I kind of understand what you're doing.
Yeah. When you can subvert expectations and then still deliver.
Yeah.
Right? You're waiting for that character you know.
Yep.
And they just nailed it. They just hit it out of the park.
Everything I feel like subconsciously I saw coming, but I wasn't aware of it until I saw it happening. I'm
Yep.
like, oh yes,
Because
it's
you're
happening.
just in it.
Yeah. Oh God, it was so good.
And I could tell. I was like, especially since we went to a movie last night.
Yeah.
Wow. And I was like, we're on the same page. And I think a lot of people in the theater. I heard a few claps at the end there, and I was like,
Me too.
save it. And I was really ready for applause.
But that made me happy too because like people were rooting for him.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh God.
It's so good.
So
It's so good.
I'm sad that you don't feel the same way as me though about the Dark Knight because like I feel like they pair perfectly. I even feel like he was doing his own thing.
I can't do cross stuff.
Why?
With multiple actors. It doesn't hit. That was because Heath Ledger's performance is its own thing.
So screw Jared Leto
Yeah,
and Suicide Squad. Like
no.
this, I feel like even though he was doing his own thing and doing it perfectly, I could see hints of Heath Ledger's Joker in him, and I feel like it paid perfect homage to him, and I feel like Heath Ledger would be proud of it. So that's why I really like it. Like,
sorry about the lighting. So here's my take on that, because I was thinking about Heath Ledger, which is a testament to him. A performance like Heath Ledger's, what that does is
that's actually good.
Inspires stuff like this.
Yeah.
Makes stuff like this possible. However, that is his.
Yeah, no, I'm not trying to take away from either person.
So, I would not even, if they were like, canonically, it's this, and then those movies, I would not like that.
And it's not. That's what I'm saying. That's why I started saying, like, it's not a prequel.
Yeah.
But in my head, it works perfectly as one.
And so the way I thought about that was because when we're less familiar with DC.
Right.
And so watching Dark Knight, you know he's putting on this incredible performance, but you don't have that depth with the character. Everybody knows where Batman comes from. mysterious.
Off-putting about him, yeah.
And off-putting. I love now knowing.
Me too. I do too.
Which makes me...
Do not lead right into a word with a burp, please.
Why? It could be uncut.
Please.
Why can't they hear me burp?
It's just kind of gross.
It's life.
I know.
It's life.
That's life. That's what they say.
Which I love that song also. So I love that song was in the movie.
God, the music cues were so good.
All of it.
It's on point.
From start to finish, everything. I was engaged for the entire thing. And yeah. So I hadn't even considered that this would be connected with a Robert Pattinson type deal.
Right.
Until literally the movie was starting.
What you remember when I literally brought up on the podcast that the headline that the two are not connected, right? That's why I was saying, are you kidding?
I don't remember
I
that.
literally brought that up. Like
I
it was
forgot
a
that, though.
news article.
I mean,
Todd Phillips says the two are not connected.
I forgot about that. I kind of briefly remember it, but like this movie hasn't been on my conscience.
Right.
It hasn't been present of mind, and they have to be.
I feel like they have to.
They have to be.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a diversion.
When I was watching this,
don't plug Robert Pattinson into the other one. It's
well, they can't. I mean,
and don't let this one just be on its own.
Well, the other one is Ben Affleck. So like,
but he's already
let's
done.
start doing a different thing.
Just kill it.
Pull these aside.
Kill it with fire. Like legitimately.
Oh my God.
Because that can compete.
Oh, 100%.
That is what they've wanted.
Yeah. I mean, I would, yeah. If they came out with like 2 of those, that caliber movie a year, I wouldn't even, I was about to say Marvel should be scared, but no. We're just incredibly lucky. If we get 2 Marvel movies and 2 of that a year, like, oh my God.
Instantly, everything is forgiven. Not necessarily forgiven, but goodwill is earned back and trust is now had for the future.
Yeah, like I want to know who's been in charge of the DC universe that took it that far down the wrong path.
Can they layer it in?
No.
Joker hasn't appeared in those.
In what?
Right?
Yes, he has.
Is that Jared Leto
Yeah.
Joker part of like Justice League and everything?
Uh-huh.
Where was there a crossover?
Ben Affleck's Batman was in Suicide Squad.
He was?
Yeah.
Why don't I remember that?
He like crashed onto their car and they went into the water and like almost drowned.
But what about any other? Yeah, and you can't have 2 Batmans. Right?
What do you mean?
Robert Pattinson couldn't take over for Ben Affleck, right? In that universe.
No.
I would hate that.
I would hate that too.
Start
Especially if that was Robert
my
Pattinson.
God, start a new one. And they already finished the origin story. Perfect.
Also, yeah.
Which was the right way to handle that. Do we want to do slight spoiler
Yeah,
talk?
I was going to say, we're going to start getting into a little bit of spoilers. I know everyone's sick of the Batman origin story of the killing of the parents.
It's like Spider-Man.
But this one was awesome.
And so, can I tell you what I was afraid of?
What?
When he put on, and we're in full warning.
Spoilers.
So, check out later if you've seen the movie, keep watching.
Yes.
When he put on the red, I thought that whole sequence was where I was hoping not, but I was worried that he was gonna kill them.
Yeah, that would be lame. Because
And
I think that's always been like a rumor, or not like an actual one, but people are still like, what if the Joker killed Batman's parents?
I
like,
would have hated that.
And he says it in The Dark Knight, not to compare too much, but like he just inspires chaos.
Yeah.
And he loves that.
The way they captured that is beautiful.
He didn't even do that much, but he was just the perfect spark.
Oh, I'd say he did quite a bit.
He didn't do that much to cause the entire city to turn into turmoil.
I agree. He was the right spark.
Yes.
Did you say that right?
I did.
Yeah. He was the right. Yeah, he was the right spark.
To set the city on fire and cause one random person to kill Batman's parents.
Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
I love it.
And even though we should have seen it coming, and I did think, like, he has to, right? Like, that can't go well. But even still, when he shoots him in the head, holy...
it's all just so visceral. It's like, oh, that felt real. Oh God,
It felt
I
real.
just watched someone die.
It felt that's a perfect way to explain it.
It wasn't over dramatized. It was just bam,
And
blood, dead. Oh
the
God,
way they managed the violence in this movie, because it wasn't too much.
no,
So every
it was
time
restrained.
there was violence, you felt it.
Yeah,
When he on the subway,
Mhm.
when he shot that guy.
but I understood it.
Yeah, and I wasn't expecting it at
You
the
and
same
I looked
time.
at each other when after he did that. We're like, yeah, that made sense.
100%. And I don't think he even knew what he was doing.
No,
It was
it felt
survival.
like the right reaction.
It was perfect. And then I think we were both like, when he read the letter, we were like, I was like, what? Like it was so convincing.
I know.
But it also didn't make sense. And then the way they explained how it didn't make sense
like,
was not only perfect, but like in terms of character development and story development was
It
just
just layers.
so,
Everything layers so well.
oh my goodness. Best origin story ever.
Yeah.
Hands down.
Yeah.
And everybody has been so tired of origin stories.
Some people don't even want one from Joker because, like, no, the mystery's the best part. It's like, are you? Go see this movie and then tell me that.
I can imagine people
He's
saying that. I've not
still
personally
mysterious.
heard that. Oh yeah, he's because of his mental condition. You never know what he's gonna do.
You can't trust him.
He's so unpredictable, and that is that edginess.
It's like a dog
with
chasing
the
a car.
violence. With
Yeah.
the violence
Yeah.
is where then the stakes are high. And I just want to see him because now Batman obviously, like, oh my goodness.
Give us that Batman.
Yeah, that's what I want. Not I live in a glass house. Hello.
I guess I see what you're saying. The Dark Knight trilogy is a bit shiny and PG-13
It's
which is not what Gotham is.
2005, 2008,
2012.
and it's that.
Yeah.
And that's why it's like no disrespect, but the medium is advancing, and that's what I felt.
Yeah.
And this
That's
is a
what-
step forward.
That's what we've been saying. Movies seem like they're in a new evolution.
And that's why when those movies came out, it was like, these are the best comic book movies ever made,
Yeah.
easily. And it's
The Dark
like,
Knight is up there for sure.
no disrespect, and it'll stand the
Always
test of
hold up.
time.
Yeah.
If they can do that with another one, I mean, I never thought, but Joaquin, I hate to say it, I think I like Joaquin Phoenix's Joker more. I don't know how, but
I don't want. I see. That's yeah.
that was incredible.
That's
That
the
was
sad thing in my head. I don't want to compare. Like I
I
just
don't want-
want one to lead into
yeah.
the other and just have them both.
But it's
Because
an inevitable.
almost with the makeup, I
Yeah.
feel like it's kind of a blurring of the two, and one can feed into the other. In my brain, that's just the way I want to accept
So what do you
it.
mean feed into?
Almost like they're just the same.
Because they have different origin stories, in my opinion.
I don't think they do.
Because Joker talks about actually having the lips cut.
Do you believe anything he says? He gives like 2 or 3 different stories for how that actually happened.
He has scars, though.
So he does that later.
It could be.
Nothing he says is trustworthy or nothing makes sense.
I-
Even in his own head,
I don't
he
want
thinks
it-
things are happening that aren't happening.
I don't want that to lead into that, personally. That's like,
Yeah.
I want them to be completely separate, and honestly, judged separately. It's like, and this is going to seem like a weird comparison, it's like the GOAT conversation in basketball.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, you can't really officially place them.
Right.
You know, someone's like, I like them more, I like them more, I like that more.
Yeah. Yeah.
And from my opinion,
Sure.
I think that's better.
Yeah.
That doesn't knock down at all the other one.
I can't even choose, and I don't want to. Like I'm fine with both.
That's
And
fine if you
want-
can't. But for me,
I know. I hear you.
I do choose.
I
And I don't know why, but I wasn't a part of the Dark Knight craze along with everybody else.
I wasn't either. I didn't see it in theaters.
And I enjoyed that movie a lot, but like I will never forget that.
No, I wouldn't either.
That was something else. I want to watch Dark Knight again now.
Yeah.
And yeah, and that's why, like, no disrespect or anything. Like,
dog.
I'm a little concerned for him now.
For Joker?
For Joaquin Phoenix. I hope he's okay. Like, because I'm now concerned about people that play that role.
Oh, I know.
Because that was,
Right.
like, you
Yeah,
got to
what's up?
channel something.
What are they doing?
Just some people randomly staring at us.
Yeah. Like very
suspiciously.
like we're on display.
Yeah.
In a kind of way.
And
You can keep walking. Just go ahead.
that's okay that I waved, right?
Yeah. Because I don't like them. Oh jeez. When he showed the card, they explained that he had like a mental problem. They explained
yes.
the laughing. I'm like,
So good.
makes sense.
I've
Makes sense.
never like the dancing to all of it.
Yeah.
And oh my goodness.
But then I also thought, like, when he's off his meds and he's just going crazy, he's finally happy.
Maybe.
I feel like maybe.
That's what I was thinking too, and they don't say that. I think that's probably intentional.
Yeah.
Because you're now concerned about his happiness. To a certain degree. No, because that's a relatable thing with anybody.
Right.
You're like, oh my goodness, this person's. I was like, what would I be if not a single minute of my entire life was happy?
Right.
And that's where you're like, you don't blame the guy. And I'm happy he didn't kill himself.
I am too.
And I was like, how is he gonna get out of that?
The end was weird. I wasn't expecting him to be like caught. Because the Joker doesn't. Oh, I guess he.
Yep.
No, he got caught because he wanted to get caught.
A combination of things. So what I was thinking was, I was like, oh, this is how he gets to Arkham.
Okay. Yeah.
He's gonna get caught. He's gonna
Yeah,
get
he
in
was
Arkham.
always in there,
He's
huh?
always in there, breaking
in and
out
out.
and getting in
That's
and getting
true,
out.
that's true. Yeah, I forgot about that.
He is
I
pervasive.
thought he was uncatchable.
Whether he kind
Oh, he
of
gets caught at the end.
yeah.
Okay, yeah.
He gets caught and then doesn't get caught. He does what
He's just always around.
and he somehow always manages to control the situation, even if he's not seemingly in control. And that's why he's such a good character. Batman can't get him.
He didn't even put the pieces into play in this movie at the end.
Yeah.
And he still had people
Yep.
working for him and helping him.
I love that the like you said, like what he inspired or what he without really doing it. Like everybody else did it for him. Even at the beginning, once he was, you started to see like clown people pop up. I'm
Right.
like, oh, this is so good. It's
But then
starting.
Also, once I saw Gotham on fire, I'm like,
Yep.
oh,
It makes sense.
this is how that kind of.
And
It,
so
it was dirty already, but
So-
this was just the scummy place that it became.
and in the Dark Knight trilogy, that was what I always struggled with. Just because I'm not as familiar with DC,
Right.
I'm like, why is it just so? Why is it so bad and gross everywhere?
Right.
And then that weird island in Batman Begins, where it was just also all bad.
An island?
Yeah, that was the where all the bad stuff happened on that island at the end of Batman Begins.
Oh yeah, yeah, that was really weird.
And
Yeah.
thinking about him going to the mountains with Liam Neeson, it all seems like I really like Batman Begins too.
It seems like
and
Christopher Nolan.
and it just
It's like
seems
perfectly
kind
Christopher
of
Nolan.
weird now. Can they do Robin right? Because they didn't in Dark Knight Rises.
I thought you were talking about Robin Wright,
No.
the wife of the president in House of Cards.
Yeah, exactly.
What are they gonna do her for? Like,
Bring her in.
yeah,
But I felt like that was such a tease. It's just like, hey, and you're Robin,
It was-
but we're not gonna see it.
it
You're
was
not gonna
pretty
get it.
dumb.
You're not gonna get it. Because I thought the setup was relatively good,
yeah.
but
So the whole Christopher Nolan thing is weird because
Yeah.
there was a weird kind of blending of that too. Because Christopher Nolan was a producer on Man of Steel, so everyone's like, oh, okay, here we go. Like the Christopher Nolan DC universe is starting, and then it just fell off. And then they started their whole new Batman thing.
see, I saw Man of Steel and I was like, I like this direction. But the more of those I've seen, I'm like, I don't know if I actually like that direction. And hearing from like diehard Superman fans,
Yeah.
I don't think I like it. Like, not, I don't think I like it, but I think it could be better.
Man of Steel was whatever.
Whatever, yeah. And then
the more recent DC movies have sucked.
well, you keep moving and it keeps getting that facade to me keeps fading.
Yeah.
And you look at Shazam and they couldn't even get him in there.
I know.
Like, please let this be a new starting point. Please. I'm gonna tweet. I'm gonna send as many things as I can to say, you guys figured it out. Go to your meeting room. You figured it out. Talk to these people. Make them be your Kevin Feige.
Yeah.
Like, whatever you have to do,
Yeah.
keep with this.
Yep.
Please, 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 because I will go to all of them.
You
I
did.
will tell people to go to all of them. Like, it's made me sad to be like, oh, and DC, yeah.
I've enjoyed it, honestly. Because Marvel's fun to root for. But maybe there's a new...
I want to root for both of them.
There's a new
Because they bring such
big
different...
dog in town.
They
What's
bring
that?
such different things.
I know.
Oh, I want to go watch it again.
See, I'm not dying to see it again.
I want to go with Maya. I
Yeah.
want her to experience it. That's
Yeah.
why.
I mean, I am excited to eventually see it again, but like I'm not itching to like run back in right now. Although am I? Because it was just so.
It
well.
was so
It was
good.
beautiful. Like it was very well shot.
Everything.
Everything was so good.
Like, and that's the thing. There's no point in that movie that wasn't enjoyable.
Yeah, there was nothing wrong with it.
And so
It was a perfect movie.
I want to watch it again and just see what else I can pick up on.
Yeah.
I want to go read stuff.
Yeah.
I want to go. I am gonna message you, Robert Pattinson. I saw you in the bathroom at the Comedy Store, and I didn't ask you then because this was when you were still a vampire.
You're
I
still
think.
Edward, yeah.
Um,
But help make this a thing. Keep this going.
it's got to be a diversion.
I think it is.
It has to be
This
a
whole-
diversion.
Yeah.
Why would you come out so? Nope. Mm-mm.
I
Nope. Mm-mm. Because it makes no sense otherwise.
Mm-mm.
Oh, we're just gonna do a standalone Batman movie, and we'll get some B-side Joker in there, and then we'll make another Joaquin Phoenix Joker with a B-side Batman, and then we'll make him another Batman with another B-side Joker. Like,
Yeah.
why
Why?
would you not mash that together? And Alfred, because that was Alfred at the gate.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you didn't realize, did
No, I
you?
didn't.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, he's gonna get old.
Oh, that's so good.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, it's so good.
Wow.
It's so good. And the fact that he met him as a kid and he has now, like, I never connected, like, he has a vendetta against this man. This man is indirectly responsible for the death of his parents, whether he realizes that or not. And I think he does. Because that guy had a Joker mask on. He's clearly
I
going to
know.
know that these riots and all of that came from that. I also really liked when Thomas Wayne punched him in the bathroom. That made me really happy.
Me too.
Because he did deserve that,
Yeah.
100%.
I'm always wondering what he was thinking. Like, did he
Bruce?
care for the kid? Like, did he not? The Joker. Like,
At what point?
when he's like messing with
When
him
he
through the gate. Like,
did his face?
yeah,
Did I not go to the bathroom at the most perfect time?
it's pretty good.
Like, pretty much the only 5 seconds of that movie that I probably could have afforded to miss.
Yeah.
And I almost also maybe fell down the stairs and tripped a little, but I hustled. Did I block the entire screen?
Not at all.
I
I
almost
don't know.
crawled.
Maybe for the people farther down. I
I
can't. I'm not
almost
sure.
crawled. I felt so bad.
I don't think you did. It looked like you were walking.
And then I was like, oh, I need to not look weird. That would be worse. Oh my goodness.
Thank you for watching Rebels React to Joker.
Hopefully we had a little bit more of a reaction this time.
It's ramped up, and
I
I don't
struggled
know.
to
I
get
don't-
anything
I don't
out
think
last
we'll
time.
top it for the next one. I think it's probably gonna dip down again, unfortunately. But
What else have we seen before Star Wars that we're going to react to?
I don't know. Wait, there might be. There's like 2 months. There might be something. We've seen 3 in a couple of weeks.
I don't want to react to Terminator.
Well, I mean, if we see a movie together, we can just. Why not just react to it?
Not everything's worthy.
Ad Astra and Gemini Man were not worthy, but we did.
Because we had to have something.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what I wanted to say. Third time's a charm.
I don't,
I was thinking of that in the theater.
I don't just want to react to good movies.
That's true. Well, I'm excited for the future of movies. This was a good October movie too.
For sure.
Yeah.
We like to see movies, and we like to talk about them afterwards. We also like to talk about them on our podcast. If you want to check that out, Hebrew Rebels Podcast. It's on the same channel as what you're watching now, and we'd appreciate it if you would check that out and subscribe if you like it. And but yeah, my name is Jordan.
Yeah. My name is Ethan.
Till next time.